May I pay my deepest respect to the True Gym and the Great Masters. May I pay respect to all the venerable monks. And good evening, all participants. And welcome to our 6th day of the certificate program on Pali chanting with English translations on this sacred occasion of Vesak Day and 81st year of Luang Por Thammashayo. Yesterday, we began our exploration of evening chanting with Venerable Hui Yao Putinanto, focusing on the homage and recollection of the Triple Gem. Today, we will continue this journey, exploring the dedication of merits and contemplation of the profound truth that completes the evening chanting practice. I am happy to see many of us come here and join the evening chanting and meditate together since 6:30 every day. This short, simple, yet profound routine, I believe, can eventually fulfill our spiritual journey. As the Buddha said, drop by drop is the water pot filled. Likewise, the wise one, gathering little by little, fills oneself with good. Today we are fortunate to welcome back Venerable Hui Yao Putinanto to continue guiding us through the exploration of evening chanting. His unique background as both medical doctor and his work now as a trilingual Dhamma teacher at Dhammakaya Meditation Center in Selangor, Malaysia, has made these teachings accessible to practitioners from diverse backgrounds. And with gratitude for his guidance, please welcome Venerable Hui Yao Putinanto. May I invite all of lay participants to offer our respect to the teaching monks by bowing 3 times. Bow, bow, bow. กราบนิมนต์ครับ
Thank you พระมหาวุฒิชัย I would like to pay respects to all the elder monks, the senior monks, my junior monks, and also greetings to every one of you. So happy to see all of you again tonight or this morning. Coming here from all over the world, having different time zones. I was surprised when I read the line saying some of you just joined the session 4 o'clock in the morning. But everything is worth the sacrifice, worth our time, our effort. So let us start with paying homage to the Triple Gems together. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhang Bhagavantang Abhivademi Sawakhato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammang Namasami Supatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Saṅkho Sanghang namami. Antamayang Buddhassa Bhagavato Upapa Kanamakarang Karuma Sehe. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Bow, bow, bow. Okay. How did you feel just now when we chant Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa? Because yesterday we have learned about the meaning. Paying respect to Bhagava, the blessed one, the Buddha. Arahato, Arahant, the one who is free from defilement, the worthy one. Samma, Sambuddho, perfectly self-enlightened one. So if we have joined the class yesterday, or even the lectures by the other teaching monks before this, and we get to know the meaning of the words. So when we do chanting, it becomes a totally different feeling, right? Before this, we just follow Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. We know we are paying respect to the Buddha, but we do not know what is the real meaning of every word. But now, as we chant Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa, we kind of like feel each word. We feel the meaning. Then the whole thing become more noble, purer, happier. Okay, so the same thing when we learn the teachings, learn it happily, maintain your sabai as we learn about the teachings, the meaning of the chanting today, full of respect. So let us look at the slides. Sure. Okay, part 2. Wait, let me do some setting. So yesterday we have learned about the first part, the preliminary reverence, reflection of Buddha, praise of the Buddha, recollection of the Dharma, praise of the Dharma. But today will be the second part, as briefed by Pramaha Utichai just now. Recollect the Sangha, praise of the Sangha, verses of transferring merits, daily reflection passage. So the recollection of the Sangha starts with Antamayang Sangha Nuksati na yang Karoma Se, meaning let us recite the recollection of the Sangha. Supatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Saṅgho Uchupatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Saṅgho Yaya Patipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Saṅgho Sami Chipatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Saṅgho. From here we can see a lot of repetition of Bhagavato Sāvaka Saṅgho. So let us focus on the words in the front of the sentence. Supatipanno, the Sangha who has practiced well. Uchupatipanno, practice directly. Yaya patipanno, insightfully. Sami Chipatipanno, practice properly. See, yesterday we have talked a lot about practicing well because we came across the sentence about the Dharma well expounded by the Buddha. The Sangha practice well. So we kind of explain a little bit, actually quite a lot of it. Practicing well, practicing properly. What we say as a Buddhist, it is always about having a good practice, starting with a good heart, good thinking, then it translates into a good speech, speaking kind words, translate into our good actions, being helpful, being kind. This is a very basic, well practice. So Buddhism is always about practicing, changing our behavior to change our life. It is not about praying, asking for blessings. Oh Buddha, please give me a good life. The Buddha say, Atta hi atta no nato. Be your own refuge. Work on your own salvation, your own happiness, your own success. The Buddha is the teacher. You have to work on your own practice. That's why we look at the meaning of the Sangha. They always say it's about practice. The Sangha practice well, practice directly, practice insightfully, practice properly. He did not say the Sangha prayed well, pray directly, pray insightfully, pray properly to the Buddha. No, it is about practicing. Okay, so this is a very important concept that we should all understand about Buddhism, which is all the results in the future, whether good or bad, are determined by our own practice, by our own thoughts, speech, and actions. So it is very important to make sure our thoughts, speech, and action are well, proper, appropriate, suitable, kind, beneficial, okay? And the Sangha practice directly. Directly here, most of the time it means in accordance to the teachings of the Buddha, not other ways, but following the Buddha's teaching. So for us, the disciples, the Sankhar are the role models. But for us, normal Buddhists, we should take them as our example to practice. Practice according to the teachings of the Buddha. That is why it is very important to examine ourselves, to have some time to contemplate and to check with the teachings whether what we are practicing now, this moment, today, is correct according to the teachings of the Buddha. Because many times we lose our mindfulness, so we will get affected by a lot of other influences, the trend of the world. Maybe the current trend is more about complaining, criticizing other people on social medias, on the news, sending bad comments. If we do not examine ourselves, examine our own thinking, examine what we have spoken of, examine our actions, it's very easy to follow the trend. So we'll become like the other people when everyone's busy criticizing someone popular. And we follow. We just criticize without truly examining whether the news is true, whether the perception people have is true. So for us, the disciple of the Buddha, it's very important to practice directly, always checking. That is why one of the practice of the monks, and I will suggest everyone to do, is to read the Dharma every day, at least one teaching a day, to kind of want to learn the new teachings that we haven't learned before, because we have known that the scripture is so thick. If it is the whole album of the Tripitaka, there are a lot of books filling up two story, two layers of the bookshelves. Okay. So there are a lot of things that we have yet to know, but we are unaware of that. How much have we known about the teachings of the Buddha? How much can we measure that? How many A4 papers? How thick is our knowledge of the Dharma? But if we kind of read a page a day, reading one sutta a day, that is a guarantee that we are learning new things, we're improving, and one day we can finish learning the whole album of the scriptures of the Buddha. And what is important is that we have to practice insightfully. Practice insightfully here meaning when we practice with mindfulness, with consciousness, with knowing. Or easily say, every day when we practice, we should contemplate also on the teachings. For example, what I usually do is to contemplate on impermanence. Okay, every day. Usually it is a set of 3. the impermanence, non-self, and also suffering. So usually I contemplate on these three things, which is to practice insightfully. Many times, if we do not contemplate, we do not think about it in this way, we cannot understand it, we cannot feel it. Like many of us now, if we were to imagine, what if I lose someone I love the most tonight or tomorrow? How do I feel? Do I feel very sad and painful? Or do I feel neutral, having only the good wish for them? Or do I feel happy because we know that our family, they have been doing a lot of goodness, they have learned a lot about a lot of karma, about rebirth, and we are sure that they will definitely go to the place they desire. So this is very important to come back to check. What if someone we love the most leave us tonight or tomorrow? How do we feel? Because I've met a lot of people, even the so-called Buddhists, come to the temple regularly, every week or a few times a week. But when their loved ones, their family members, their pets pass away, they get into deep sorrow. They were very sad. That's why it comes to alert me about, am I emphasizing enough, teaching enough on insight? Do I teach them to contemplate every day? Hey, every day when you see something, when you meet something, contemplate on impermanence, contemplate on non-selves. There is some famous ways we do. For example, when we were training in Thailand, and then one of the job of the monks is to sweep the leaves every day, cleaning the path, the walkway for everyone. So one of the things we were taught to think is to reflect on the life of the leaf as impermanence. You see, when we look at the trees, there are the new leaves, green, young, and then there are the grown-up leaves, being able to give their function to maximum. And then there are some aging leaves, brown color. There are some sick leaves, having some white color on it. Some getting eaten by the caterpillars. And then their leaves will fall down to the floor. The sign of dying. So every day when we sweep the floor, sweeping the leaves, if we do it correctly, we can contemplate on impermanence, contemplate on birth, aging, sickness, and separation and death. So if we kind of look at the things around us every day, I'm sure many of you have plants in your house, in your garden, or nearby. But when we see them, do we spend the time to cultivate the insight? Or do we just walk past? Oh, I don't have time for this. Let's hurry to the workplace. Mm-hmm. And one of the way we practice contemplation is also contemplating on the body. Like one of the most basic lessons that the monk learn on the day of ordination is to contemplate on the body, the hair, the nails, the fur, the body hair, the teeth, all this kind of stuff that reminds us about impermanence. The hair getting longer, growing every day, and getting white, getting old. The nails the same. So first is about impermanence, aging that is happening every day. To remind ourselves not to be reckless in life, to cherish every day. Hey, today we're getting older. Today we'll never come back. If we let this hour pass by without doing anything, we cannot get it back. But the Buddha has taught us to live every day meaningfully, using the analogy of, you should imagine like your head is burning with fire. Then you're in a hurry to work on your practice. Like head on fire. Okay. So the second thing we learn when we contemplate about the hair, the teeth, the nails, it is about the dirtiness. Okay. So dirt happens every day to the body. For example, the hair is getting dirty, the nails having some dust, some dirt in it, the teeth after eating. So when we notice there is dirt happening on our body, we should also realize the mind is getting dirty every day, like the teeth, like the nails, like the hair. So it is very important to work on cleaning the mind every day from all the negative moods, negative emotions, or in the Buddhism we say the defilements of greed, anger, and delusions. Okay, so this is one very good way to contemplate, which is taught to all the new monks on the day of ordination. That's why it is not hard for the monks to practice, but it is very useful if you all want to try to use this so that we can live life insightfully every day. Okay, so whatever happens in your daily life, there is always some lessons we can learn, some insight we can get if we contemplate using the Dharma. For example, the phone's getting spoiled. There are a lot of things we can learn by having our phones getting spoiled. Number one, how do I feel? Feeling angry? Who broke my headphone? Angry. The defilements of anger, hitting up. See. So if we can examine ourselves, then we know that, oh, I still have a lot of defilements of anger within. Then we know we are still very far from having a good result in our practice. Okay. So anything that happens, okay, having your phone broken, check yourself. Hey, how do I feel? Getting angry? Why getting angry? Okay. And the next thing we can do is to contemplate. The phones, no matter how much we love it, one day it will be separated from us. Like what is mentioned in the daily reflections, which we will learn later towards the end of the lesson. Separation is definite. Separation is definite. It's just a matter of time. When will it happen? Is it separation after just 1 hour of meeting each other, being new friends, and then when we finish our lunch together, we get separated? Separation after 1 year, for example, finishing the course, learning. Separation after 5 years, 6 years, when we finish our primary schools, secondary schools, high schools. Or separation after 20 years, 30 years, in the form of relationships. So, or separation to a longer time, 50 years, 70 years, as in passing away. So it is just a matter of time for separation to happen. No matter how we get separated. And then the second thing, it is a matter of who will leave first. Whether we leaves, we leaves our friends, our families. For example, like just leaving families to form a new family, right? So when we were young, we were smaller, we stayed together with our parents in the same house. When we get older, having our own family, getting married, then we move out to form a new family, stay in a new house. That's how separation goes on. We leave them, okay? But we're still connected, just that we leave them to stay in a new place, okay? Or they leave us. Other people leaving us, okay? And then the third thing, separation is definite, but it's a matter of the reason of separation going on, whether it is due to happy reasons or unhappy reasons. Happy reason, like what we said, marriage, moving to a new house, moving into another country, another city, for better jobs, better opportunities, or separation because of unhappy reasons, having quarrels, conflicts, or even death. Okay? So you see, insight comes when we examine ourselves. If anything happens, examine, hey, how am I feeling now? Feeling positive, feeling negative, or feeling neutral. Okay? Then who have practiced properly. Properly is very important, or another term we love to use is appropriate to the time, place, person, situation, events. Many times we act with reasons. So we think that we should do this way. It is correct. We have the rights, so we will do it, but without considering about the appropriateness. For example, like our kids do something wrong. So we think you are wrong, so I should teach you. But the ways, whether it is appropriate or not appropriate, for example, scolding them in front of the big crowd in the shopping mall, or should we teach them alone in the car, pulling him aside? You see the difference? Sometimes we think that we should do it. We think that we are right. But the appropriateness is something we have to judge. Okay? And this is a very good reason, good example. Appropriate the time. When people are angry, what should we do? Should we advise them, criticize them on the spot? Or should we wait? Come, let us have some tea. Let us sit down, enjoying the air conditioning. Let us go eat something. Then come back to talk about all the problems. Okay, so proper is very important. When we practice, when we do anything, before we speak, before we do, always consider whether it is proper to do it now, whether it is proper to do it in this place, whether it is proper to do it to this person, whether it is proper to do it in this event. Okay? Yati tang chattari puri sayukani atta puri sapukala esa pakavato savaka sangko ahunayo pahunayo anjali karaniyo anuttarang punya ketang loka sati. The 4 pairs, the 8 types of noble ones, the Sangha of the Buddha's disciple, worthy of gifts, hospitality, respect, the merit field for the world. But this is very good things to learn, okay, for the monks and also for the lay people as well. For monks, we are always taught to examine our own practice, whether we are worthy of the respect we get from the lay people when they put their palms together, when they meet us, when they talk to us, or they even bow and prostrate to the ground when they meet the monks. So there's always this examination going on. Am I worth their respect? This is what we were taught since the first day becoming a monk, and then we contemplate every day. Am I worthy of their respect? Am I worthy of the bow? Am I worthy of the prostration? Okay, worthy of hospitality, of welcoming, worthy of gifts, same thing. As lay people, we can also practice this. When we are at the workplace, many times we try to earn respect from other people, or we get angry when we feel that the juniors, other people, or the clients, the customers, or even the friends, we feel they don't respect us. But if we come back to contemplate on this chanting, make yourself worthy of respect. That's why we say respect is not given. Respect is earned through your own practice, through your own practice of your virtues, your own practice of kindness, your own practice of mindfulness, or what we say, the practice of dana, sila, and bhavana. Okay. If we are being kind, being helpful to other people, they will respect us automatically. So if people don't respect us, the first thing we should contemplate is it, number one, have I done anything to help him? Have I given anything to him? If the answer is no, then we know we still need to earn respect. Second thing, worthy of respect by our virtues or the 5 precepts, not harming. So come back to think, have I scolded him, gossip about him, bad mouth about him, criticizing him? Have I hit him before? So look at our own practice. How complete is our 5 precepts? How good is our virtue as a person? Are we having 5 precepts, 8 precepts, or even 227 precepts as a monk? Or are we worthy of respect through our practice of meditation? The calmness, the peace we bring to people. If we are always restless, when anything happens, any problems happens, if we are the first one who get restless, who is shouting, oh, how? I'm very nervous now, help me. And how can we get the respect? But if, when anything happens, we're always calm because we practice meditation, we have our inner refuge, inner peace. Anything happens, don't worry. Don't worry, be happy. Bring your mind back to yourself, the present moment, the center. If we are always calm in all situations, whenever problems happens, people come to us, they get the solution. Instead of they get one more person to take care of, hey, calm down, don't worry. So, worthy of respect, hospitality, and gifts to our own practice of our generosity, our virtues, and our meditation. The third part is the incomparable field of merit for the world. We always say that the monks are the field of merit. So this is a word that is used, as far as I have heard, only in Buddhism. Even our robes, the monks' robes, we have the design of the merit field, the petty field. So for monks, we have to remind ourselves, am I a merit field today? Am I a fertile merit field today? If people pay respect to me, if people offer me food, do they get a lot of merits? Like how they plant the seed of the mangoes, the orange. Do they get a lot of fruits? So this is one thing we reflect on also. Every day, am I field of merit? Okay. But for us, layperson, we can also practice, okay, to be the field of merit. For example, to be the field of merit for your children. If we carry ourselves well, having the precepts, the generosities, the meditation, then we are like the Arahant at home, right? We always talk about parents are like the Arahants at home for the children. So live yourself, uplift your practice, be the merit field for your children when they take care of you, when they buy your food, they get married so that you can help them to have a better life. Okay. The next thing is to praise the Sangha. Sangha pikiting karomase. Satthammacho supatipati kunnati yuto. Yo tapito ariya pukala sangha seto. So born of the true Dhamma, and though with such virtues as good practice, this is what the disciples should practice, like we have mentioned just now. Born of the true Dhamma, always carry yourself in a way that you are practicing the true Dhamma by the Lord Buddha. So every day we should learn new Dhamma, and then we should reflect, we should examine our practice, and also having virtues guided in body and mind by principles such as supreme morality. Again, examine yourself, okay. The body, the mind, and one more is the speech, the mouth. Do I practice by the principles taught by the Buddha? Being kind, being helpful to other people, not harming, practicing meditation. So always check, always examine our own thoughts. Is it positive thoughts? Is it getting angry, getting sad, getting delusion, being selfish, stingy? Or is it a neutral, hard, happy? Check, examine our speech before speaking, when we're speaking, and after speaking. Make sure there is no harm to ourselves or other people. Make sure it is beneficial. That is, make sure it is pleasant to the ears of the listeners. Okay, check our action, the same thing. Always beneficial, kind, good, and right. So this is like yesterday. Sangho yo sapapaninang saranang kemam uttamang tatiyanusanditanang vantamitang sirenaham. The Sangha is the highest refuge, like the Buddha and Dhamma, and this is the third subject of recollection. So for the chanting, the evening chanting, the morning chanting, we should recollect the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha frequently. Always feel, now, I am with the Buddha, I am with the Dhamma, I am with the Sangha. I am practicing what the Buddha practiced. I am practicing the teachings of the Buddha. I am practicing having the Sangha as a teacher and as a role model. Okay? Sangkasa hasamita sowa sangko me sami kisaro. Sangko tukasakata cha vitata cha ita samme. Sangha servant, Sangha is my master, destroyer of suffering, provider of welfare. To the Sangha I dedicate my life and body, pay me homage to the Sangha, and I shall follow the Sangha's to practice. This is very important. After learning, to the next part is to practice, to dedicate our time, our energy, our life to practice, to follow the Buddha's practice, the Dhamma practice, the Sangha practice. This is what we can remind ourselves every day to doing this chanting. I will dedicate my time, my life, practicing Buddhism for the benefit of our own self, and also to help support Buddhism, to help protect Buddhism, to help spread Buddhism to people around us, to the whole world. This is following the Buddhist Dhamma Sangha's practice. I have no refuge. Sangha is my foremost refuge. So may I grow in the teacher's instructions. To the power of merit here, may all my obstructions cease to be. Okay, so here we heard about the word merit. Like what we said just now, okay, the merit field. So when we do good things, there is some positive energy that is produced, which is called merit. So this merit can help protect us, attracting the good things and to remove all the bad things. This is a very special teachings of Buddhism as well. The good things in life comes from our actions that produce merits. It does not come from prayers. This is something we should understand. When we do good things, we get merits, and this merit betters our life. When we do bad things, we create the demerits or the bhab. That's how all the bad things happens in the life. Okay? And we bow down and say, Kayena vachaya vajetasawa Sankhe kukamang pakatang mayayang Sangko patikan hatu aceyantang Kalantare sangwaritung wasangke. So again, repentance for all the bad things I've done to the Sangha. May I be forgiven. May there is no bad karma that obstructs my practice. It's very important, especially sometimes there is this trend saying, oh, the monks are not good, the monks are not practicing. Can I only have two refuge? I want to take refuge in the Buddha and Dharma, but I have no confidence in the Sangha. I don't want to pay respect to the Sangha. So sometimes we have this kind of thinking or speaking or even actions. So it is good to ask for forgiveness, to repent. The next, it is sharing blessings. So it is a form of creating the habit of sharing, of giving. Imina punya kami na upacaya kunutara. Then the whole thing, sharing to everyone. If you look at this, basically the teachers, the preceptors, the teachers, the family, mother, father, relatives, and to the world leader, the country leaders, to the benefactors, to the angels, and to all humans, basically everyone. So this is how we share our blessings to everyone without differentiating. I only want to share this, I don't want to share that. Okay. Friendly, indifferent, or hostile. May all beings receive the blessings of my life. May they soon attain the threefold bliss and realize the deathless. So you see, this is a very good practice of compassion to all people, anyone, whether friendly to us, whether feeling indifferent, neutral to us, or hostile, meaning hating us, people who don't like us, but still we share the merits to everyone. May everyone receive our blessings. Those who don't like us, may they like us. Those who like us, may we live together, supporting each other more, closer. And so it's always a good wish to everyone. So we have no enemies if we practice this sharing of blessing every day. We have no enemies because we only want to make friends with everyone. For those who have enemies, Sometimes there are some people that have hurt us, okay, physically, mentally, okay, or hurting our treasures, our money, cheating us. So practice this to share the blessings, the good wish to everyone. May all the bad connections be forgotten. May we have good connections, good relationship with everyone. Okay? Through the goodness of my practice, may all desires and attachment quickly cease and all harmful states of mind until I reach Nibbana. May it be utterly wiped out from my nature. So this is about making aspiration or making resolution. May all this practice support my attainment of enlightenment, my eradication of the defilements to achieve nirvana. Okay? And may I have this mindfulness, austerity, rigor. May nothing can weaken my view of practice to practice like the Buddha says practice to achieve enlightenment like him. Okay? The Buddha is my excellent refuge, unsurpassed is the protection of the Dharma. And the Pacceka Buddha is my noble one. The Sangha is my supreme support. Me asking for everything to come and supporting the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, even the Pacceka Buddhas. To the supreme power of all this, may all darkness and delusion be dispelled. Okay? So this is the last part of the evening chanting, which is the recollection. Recollection about aging, getting sick, dying, which we have mentioned just now. This is something we should contemplate every day, about impermanence. Looking at the leaves, the flowers, the grass, even some pets, ants, rabbits, cats, dogs, even other people, old people, sick people. Even when we attend the funerals or we just get to hear about the news of someone passing away, we should use it to contemplate. Hey, no one can escape aging, getting sick, and passing away. There's only one way, which is to attain Nibbana. Okay? As long as we are still in a cycle of rebirth, we'll get old, we'll get sick, we'll pass away. So be neutral to this, accept everything, that aging is normal. Being old doesn't mean that we lose the meaning of life. You can become a happy old man, old lady. You can still dance. You can still sing. You can still enjoy life. Okay? Getting sick is not a big problem. Everyone gets sick. It is normal to get sick. So being sick doesn't mean we have to cry, we have to be sad. You can still be a happy, patient. And many people practice Dharma. They are the ones that give confidence, give happiness to the nurses, to the doctors. This is what we should learn. Instead of waiting for the doctors and nurses to comfort us, oh, don't be sad, no problem. You should tell them, doctor, don't worry. You just do your part. I can take care of myself. Getting ill, getting old is normal. Doctor, okay? So we will separate from what is dear and appearing. We have mentioned just now. I'm the owner of my own karma, heir to my karma, born of my dharma, related to my karma, and live dependent on my karma. I will say, everything we face now, all the happiness, the sadness, they are the result of our own actions. Our actions now, our action in the past lives. So do not blame anyone. Do not blame your parents for not being rich. No, blame them for not giving you good faces, tall looking, teen looking, white looking. It is our own karma. Whatever I do, good or evil, that will I for her. This is a very important concept we must know. There's no other people to be blamed for anything we face now. Not the parents, not the siblings, not the neighbors, not the boss, not the clients. It is us who made the decision to stay in this family, stay in this workplace, in this country, in this world. So just accept everything that it is our own actions now or in the past that cause what we are facing today. And then to change it, we have to take the initiative. We have to do the movement to have a better life. So that is all for the teachings tonight. Then let us do the chanting.
อันมยังสังขานุสตินยังกโรมาเส
Now let us recite the guide to the recollection of the Sangha.
สุปฏิปันโนภะคะวะโตสาวกสังโฆ
The Sangha of the Blessed One disciples who have practiced well.
อุชุปฏิปันโนภะคะวะโตสาวกสังโฆ
Who have practiced directly.
ยายะปฏิปันโนภะคะวะโตสาวกสังโฆ
Who have practiced insightfully.
สามีจิปฏิปันโนภะคะวะโตสาวกสังโฆ
Who have practiced properly.
ยาติตังจัตตาริปุริสายุคานิอัตถปุริสปุคลา
Namely the four pairs, the 8 types of noble ones.
เอสาภะคะวะโตสาวกสังโฆ
That is the Sangha of the Blessed One's disciples.
อาหุนายโย
Worthy of gift.
ปาหุนายโย
Worthy of hospitality.
ทักขินายโย
Worthy of offerings.
อัญชลีการณิโย
Worthy of respect.
อนุตตรังปุญญาเขตังโลกัสสาติ
The incomparable field of merit for the world.
อันมยังสังฆาภิคิติงกโรมะเส
Now let us chant in celebration of the Sangha.
สัทธรรมโชสุปฏิปฏิคุณาทิยุตโต
Born of the true Dharma, endowed with such virtues as good practice.
โยธาปิโตอริยบุคลสังฆเสโก
The supreme Sangha form of the 8 types of noble ones.
ศีลาทิธรรมปวาราสยกายจิตโต
Guided in body and mind by such principles as supreme morality.
วันธามหังธรรมาริยานาคานังสุสุทัง
I revere that group of noble ones well purified.
สังโฆโยสัพพปานินังสารนังเกมมุตตมัง
The Sangha that for all beings is the secure, the highest refuge.
ตาติยานุสติทานังวันทามิตังสิเรนะหัง
The third subject for recollection. I revere it with my bowed head.
สังฆาสาหัสมิทาโสวะสังโฆเมสามิกิสโร
I am the Sangha servant. The Sangha is my highest master.
สังโฆทุกขสักขาตาจาวิทาตาจาหิตสัมเร
The Sangha is a destroyer of suffering and a provider of welfare for me.
สังฆาสาหังมิยาเทมิสริรังชีวิตังจิตัง
To the Sangha, I dedicate my body and my life.
วันทันตุหังจาริสามิสังฆาโสปฏิปันนตัง
I am paying homage to the Sangha and shall follow the Sangha's good practice.
นาทิเมสารนังอัญญังสังโฆเมสารนังวรัง
I have no other refuge. The Sangha is my foremost refuge.
เอเตนะสัจจวัชเชนะวัฏฏายังสัตถุสาสเน
By the speaking of these truths, may I grow in the teacher's instructions.
สังฆังเมวันธรรมาเนยยังปุญญังปัสสุตังอิทัป
Through the power of the merit here, produced by my reverence for the Sangha.
สัพเพปิอันตรายามิมาเหสุขัสสะเตชะสา
By the power of this merit, may all my obstructions cease to be. Bow down and say,
กายนวาจายวเจตสาวา
by body, by speech, or by mind.
สังเคปุกามังปะกตังมยายัง
Whatever bad karma I have done to the Sangha,
สังโฆปฏิคันหาตุอัจฉยันตัง
may the Sangha accept my admission of it,
กาลันตเรสัมวริตุงวาสามเค
so that in the future I may show restraint toward the Sangha.
อันนมยังอุทิศนาคาทายโยพันนามเส
Now let us chant the verses of sharing and aspiration.
อิมินาบุญญากรรมเมนะ
Through the goodness that arises from my practice,
ปัจจายาปุนุตตรา
may my spiritual teachers
อาจาริโยปการาจ
and guides of great virtue,
มาตาปิตาจยาตกาปิยามะมา
my mother, father, and relative,
สุริโยจันทิมาราชา
the sun and the moon, the world leader,
อุณวันตานาราปิจา
and all benefactors and noble ones,
รัมมมาราชาอินทราชา
the highest gods,
โลกปาราชาเทวตา
and evil forces, celestial beings,
ยามโมมิตามนุสาจัม
the king of death, and all human,
ปัจจตาเวริกาปิจา
friendly, indifferent, or hostile.
สัพเพสัตตาสุขีโหตุ
May all beings receive
บุญญาณิปกตานิเม
the blessings of my life.
สุขังจติวิทังเทตุ
May they soon attain the threefold
กิปังปาเปทะโวมัตตัง
bliss and realize the deathless.
อิมินาบุญญากรรมเมนะ
Through the goodness that arises from my practice,
อินาอุทิเสนะจา
and through this act of sharing,
กิปาหังสุรเพเจวะ
may all desires
อนุปาทานาเชตนัง
and attachments quickly cease,
เยสันตาเนหินาธรรม
and all harmful states of mind,
ยาวานิพานโตมะมัง
until I realize Nibbana
นาสันตุสัพพทาเยวะ
in every kind of birth.
ตัสสะโตภะเวภะเว
May I have an upright mind.
อุชุจิตังสติปัญญา
with mindfulness and wisdom,
สันเลโควิริยังอินา
austerity and vigor.
มาราราพันตุโนกาสัง
May the forces of delusion
ตุนจาวิริเยสุเม
not take hold or weaken my will.
พุทโธทิภวโรนาโท
The Buddha is my excellent refuge.
ธัมโมนาโทวรุตโม
Unsurpassed is the protection of the Dharma.
นาโทปัจเจกพุทโธจะ
The solitary Buddha is my noble one.
สังโฆนาโทตโรมะมัง
The Sangha is my supreme support.
เตโสตัมมานุภาเวนะ
Through the supreme power of all these,
มาโรกาสังละพันตุมา
may darkness and delusion be dispelled.
อันมยังอภินหาปัจเวคณาปาทังพันนามะเส
Now let us recite the passage for frequent recollection.
ชาราธัมโมมิชารังอนัตติโต
I am of the nature to age. I have not gone beyond aging.
พยาธิธัมโมหิพยาทิงอนัตติโต
I am of the nature to grow ill. I have not gone beyond illness.
มารณะธัมโมหิมารณังอนัตติโต
I am of the nature to die. I have not gone beyond death.
สัพเพหิเมปิเยหิมนาเพหินานาภาโววินาภาโว
I will grow different, separate from all that is dear and appealing to me.
กัมมัสสะโกมหิกัมมัทายาโทกัมมโยนิกัมมพันธุกัมมปฏิสารโน
I am the owner of my karma, heir to my karma, born of my karma, related to my karma, and live dependent on my karma.
ยังกัมมังกริสามิกัลยาณังวาปาปะกังวาตัสสะทายาโทภวิสามิ
Whatever I do, for good or for evil, to that will I fall heir.
Let's do meditation. Before that, may I invite everyone, turn on your camera. Separation is definite. After this session, we may need a long time for us to meet again, but the photo is what keep us remember each other. The next time you see me, we can say, "Oh, Lung Pi Yao, Pran Yao, I've listened to your teaching before." You can show this photo, right? So let us turn on the cameras to have a good photo when we meditate together. And when you're ready, let's close the eyes to meditate. Just relax ourselves. Relaxing the body and the mind. Breathe deeply in and out. As we breathe in, we gather the mind, the thoughts back into ourselves, into the center, into the stomach, like how we gather everything, gathering all our energy back to the core, the earth as its core, as a center of gravity, pulling everything towards the center. For ourselves, we have this core, this center that pulls, that gathers all our energy, our happiness and peace. Just gather the mind, gather all attention back into the center, in the abdomen. Just allow everything to gather in the center. Just relax and gather the mind. This is what we call to live in the present moment. Do not allow the mind to think about things in the future or anything in the past. Just gather the mind in the present moment. In the center of the body, in the core of gravity. As we enjoy the inner peace, though we are living in different places, different countries, but this one thing connects us, which is the peace and love. As long as we're practicing kindness, peace and love, we are all connected. We are like the candle light or the stars shining at different parts of the world, working on the same mission to bring brightness to people in darkness, to chase away darkness and suffering from people's life. We just stay firm on our goals, on our aspiration to bring brightness, hope, happiness and peace to people around us our family, friends, neighbors, colleagues, clients, our teachers, students, to everyone we meet, even to the animals, insects. May all live in peace, happiness, and hope. Sappe Puttha Palapatta Pajjekanang Jayang Palang Arahantanang Jate Jena Rakang Pantami Sappaso Sappaputtanupavena Sappathammanupavena Sappasangkhanupavena Sattasoti Bhavantu Te Sadhu. Now let us pay homage to the triple gems together. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhang Bhagavantang Abhiwademi Buddho me nato. The Buddha is my refuge. Sawakhato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammang Namasami Dhammo me nato. The Dhamma is my refuge. Supatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Saṅkho Saṅkhang Namami. Saṅkho me nato. The Sangha is my refuge.
May I invite all of the lay participants to offer our respect to the teaching monk. Bow, bow, bow. I'd like to express my gratitude to Venerable Huiyao Putinanto for these 2 days of guidance on evening chanting with translations. We have learned that evening chanting is, to me, is handy, comprehensive set of chanting. I mean, everything in one place, from recollection of the triple gem to the contemplating the core teaching of the Buddha, which is about the law of karma and all the impermanence, and to the sharing our kindness, and then to the making resolutions. So I'd like to encourage you to establish on your own the evening chanting practice every day, even if it begins with just a few minutes before your sleep. As with any spiritual practice, the true power emerges through the consistency and sincerity. As Kunyai Ajahn said, our master said that drops of water, little by little, can fill a jar. So we must keep practicing steadily. Whatever merit we can make, we should keep doing. One day, it will surely be full of merit, just as drops of water, little by little, can fill a jar. And so next Monday, our program will begin at 6:30 as usual, with evening chanting and then the meditation. And then we continue our exploration of the Anumotana Kata, or the verses of rejoicing. This is a beautiful verses that we hear every time after giving the offerings or completing meritorious deeds. So understanding these verses will deepen our appreciation of each merit making or dana or giving, and how merit can be shared with others. And we are honored to welcome Pramaha Pimawat Thammavisutto, who has achieved the Pali study level 9. And his trilingual abilities in English, Thai, and Pali make him particularly well suitable to guide us through the profound meaning of the Anumotana Kata. So I'd like to invite all of you to come again and continue our program with us. So lastly, may the merits of our learning and practicing the Dhamma of the Buddha bring peace to our hearts and all beings. May you be blessed with wisdom and wealth, happiness and light of Dhammakaya shining within you. See you next Monday. Thank you and good night.